Hi, my name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I'm a targeted individual, and right now I don't know why, but I'm being a little video shy. Um, you know, I'm going to go ahead and just fly right into the reason why I'm making this video. The other day I attempted to upload an audio file of an interview between Greg Skamansky and Julian McKinney at UCSD Price Center. And I want you to listen to everything he has to say. I'm going to tape about, I don't know, a few minutes of it, and then I'm going to listen. This is the first time I've listened to the audio file since, and I just want you to get an understanding in reference to, you know, the police protect these crimes, the district attorney's, the district attorney's office protects these crimes, the federal government protects these crimes. Sorry, I just got done eating a Pop-Tart. And, you know, we've been targeted individuals like me. We've been covered on the news. We've been covered on national TV shows, national radio shows. And we are starting to get some attention. I will say that. But I also have noticed the things that I've watched and the things that I've heard, even though it's great that we are getting some attention, the attention that we get is marginalized. Okay, in reference to how it's the interviews are narrated. So that certain technologies that are responsible for these crimes, that are part of organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, they're not named. They're not literally listed by names. And so far, from what I've noticed, Coast to Coast has been the only show that's covered it to an extent to where it's given you pretty good information, so you can research in reference to the patents. Now, the thing about it is, though, is that as a result of us getting even marginalized coverage on national radio shows and national TV shows like Jesse Ventura, The Brain Invaders, and Coast to Coast, and Coast to Coast has even said gang stalking and organized stalking. And see this book right here, this individual that wrote this book, okay, talks about organized stalking throughout the entire book, okay. He was on Coast to Coast on Valentine's Day 2013, and he's one of the lucky targeted individuals because he was able to get some exposure in reference to being a target of this crime. And the more exposure you get, the better off you are, because the perpetrators who perpetrate these crimes know that you have already got national attention, and even some people that have gotten some local attention have a better chance at surviving these crimes. So, you know, fellow American citizens, fellow San Diegans, fellow La Jollans, all you have to do is go to Google and YouTube and extensively research remote neural monitoring, gang stalking. Gang stalking is another term that describes the same crime as organized stalking. Us targeted individuals are taken out of our homes. All of our property is stolen from us through clever means. We're taken out of our homes through overt, creative, clever means. Landlords and property owners can be brought on board. Bankers and mortgage companies can be infiltrated and used. And the police protect every bit of it. If you don't believe me, go to YouTube and type in Randy Quaid and gang stalking. He's an actor, and him and his wife were literally put out on the street. And look at how they were treated by people that interviewed him. Because this shit is going on in, excuse my language, but this stuff is going on in Hollywood like you would not believe. Like you would not believe. You know, I know a few things about Hollywood. Well, even Hollywood's connected to this guy because he was a screenwriter. Okay? I know some things about Hollywood that you would not believe. You know, let me ask you a question. You know, when some people think to themselves, like I used to live in Michigan, okay? And before I play you an audio file, just an insert of it, I used to live in Michigan. And have you ever heard of that movie, The Accused, with Jodie Foster and Kelly McGillis? You know, that movie was about a woman who was raped in a bar in Michigan. So how does Hollywood get a hold of a script like that? So, if they can make a movie, you know, about something like that from a person from Michigan, you know, that's interesting. I'm not going to say any more right now, but that's very interesting. Because when you think about the distance between Hollywood and Michigan, it's almost 4,000 miles. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. You would not believe what I know. So, anyways, as a result of being a target of this crime, you know, I want to give you a sidebar, some sidebar illustrations as well. Go to Google and type in Ramona Lopez. Okay, look at why they targeted her, what they did to her, and then summarize who the people were that targeted her, who was involved. Yes, and then you can get a clearer picture in reference to just one tiny itty bitty aspect of the reason why people are picked for these crimes, and who might be involved. And that's just the itty bitty aspect of this. Now, I already know for a fact that I was a target of this crime at least since 1980, at least. Okay? And there's other things that I know that were happening before that I can't talk about because I can't prove it yet. And since these expeditions are directly connected to the courts, judges, okay, prosecutors, DA's office, police officers, and they all work hand in hand to make sure that targeted individuals not only not get no help, but they will literally throw us in institutions, set us up to be jailed, set us up to be institutionalized, set us up to place us in a syndicated run group home brought about through a syndicated probate attorney, because these are crimes against humanity. And so you better believe the government positions that were used to protect these crimes want to make sure that they're able to walk away from them. And they do that by putting targets in isolated environments that they can control. So the target never escapes from the crime while they get away from it. You know, while they get away with it. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have you listen to this. Just listen to it.
And we came to this conclusion that causation, Greg, remember that element. It's going to be awfully difficult to link what's happening to the person, the injuries they were alleging, to actually the person or the defendants that were doing it. So it was a case, I'll be very honest with you, I was very skeptical over. But as a journalist, I started to interview a number of people, and I would like to say that this issue, after a number of years, has come up to one of the top of my list as a problem in our country. Talked to hundreds of people all around the country who are experiencing things that are just unbelievable. And from a standpoint of the law, you want to get justice for these people. You hate to see their lives destroyed. You hate to see what happens to a person that's been harassed. But the biggest problem is it's very difficult to pinpoint what's going on. I have a guest today who's an expert in this field. The public may not know who she is, but those of you who have been targeted and listened to my show know very well. She's never interviewed before, and I feel honored that she's here. Her name is Julian McKinney. She is had an extensive career in the U.S. Army as an area intelligence case officer until 1990. Upon her return to civilian life, Julian became a member of the Association of the National Security Alumni. That is an organization of former intelligence officers dedicated to exposing excesses by the U.S. intelligence services. Julian became the director of the Electronics Surveillance Project under their auspices, and such, she authored the publication Microwave Harassment and Mind Control Experimentation in 1991. She kept that electronic surveillance project going for 4 years by funding it with her own personal funds obtained through her military benefits pay. Julian did not copyright her work, and it is out in the public domain for the public.
Okay, 1991 was when, see, my ex-husband was a submarine radar antenna electrician. Submarine radar antennas are directly connected to the microwave technology. Okay. My father was Chief MP to General Curtis LeMay. I have retired NASA in my family, retired a high-ranking Air Force, and my ex-husband was a submarine radar antenna electrician. So, when you look at how the microwave hearing effect was developed as a result of radar systems, and then if you do extensive, thorough research, you will come to understand that submarine radars are being used to aid and abet. It's not just the Air Force that's involved in this; it's the Navy as well. And I guarantee you, it's the Navy as well. But you know, how can targeted individuals like us, just average common folk who have been put out on the street by the most clever crimes that you can think of, because they make sure they cover their tracks. But let me help you understand something, fellow American citizens. I'm an extremely smart woman. And right now in my possession, I have over 600 audio files at least of gang stalking being constantly mentioned around me in the following way. Gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalking, gang stalk, oh my god. Literally non-stop around me everywhere I go. Now, that one particular tactic right there is called the direct conversation method of organized stalking, gang stalking, sensitization tactics. John Hall states in his satellite terrorism videos that you can YouTube, he flat out states that since these crimes are so hard to prove, which Greg Shkamansky just flat out stated they are, John Hall stated that the best way to do is try to prove the stalking aspect of this. So I developed strategies for me to be able to prove it, because they like to apply plausible deniability in reference to this crime can't be happening to you, in reference to how you're describing how you're being harassed. How can you be stalked to places, and how can you be harassed by people? You know, I had one cop say, oh, no, not a cop, yeah, it was actually UCSD campus police. You wouldn't believe what they were doing. They were literally gaslighting me to my face with physical gestures as they were talking to me, to my face. But here's the thing, okay? You know, I told them, I go, look, I'm being harassed through clever means. I go, people are getting around me, they're saying gang stalking, they're saying gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalker, gang stalk, oh my god, constantly, repeatedly, and they're also doing physical gestures. And I mentioned the people in the biomedical library in reference to the people working behind the counter and the people that were working in the offices behind the counter were also doing it, as well as students. He said, well, Leslie, how can people be stalking you if you're claiming people that work in the building you go to are already at work before you get there? How can they be stalking you? And then I tried to explain it to him and he blew me off. Just like the San Diego police did. Once you start making sense to them and start breaking down how they operate, they change the subject. Okay, and then they start saying, well, I gotta go. They look at their clock, or guess what cleverly happens? They get a phone call on their radio dispatch. Yeah, on the walkie-talkie on their waist. As soon as every single time that I have started to break this down and give, like, because I'll have a conversation, I've had conversations with either San Diego police or campus safety, and as soon as I start making sense to them, because I won't let them go until I can try and make sure they understand. Okay, even though I already know that they're involved in it, because as I'm talking to them, they're literally engaging in gang stalking. UCSD campus police, one of them did this right in front of me, tapped on top of his head, literally going like this. Another one was standing there going just like this. Now I already had videos and everything online stating that they were doing that. And then, but here's the thing, I got videos that go all the way back to a year and a half ago, almost a year and a half ago, stating that tactic, gang stalking, oh my god, gang stalker, gang stalking, oh my god, gang stalk, oh my god, was being said around me over 40 miles away from where I'm at right now. Okay? Then I come over here in La Jolla area, and I get undisputable proof that these crimes happen to me the same way they're happening to me here, over there. Then when I went out to, then when I went out to Yucca Valley, California, on December 6, 2012 till December 14th, 2012, I went out there to see a David Larson, because he's another targeted individual. I wasn't able to connect with him, and once I realized it, I came back. I went to the home address that was on the internet in reference to that being his home, and I was told by a lady he don't live there, that he don't live there no more. So I thought, well, I got to get the heck out of here, because Yucca Valley was gang stalking the hell out of me. And everything that I experienced in Yucca Valley is the same exact experience that I experienced here before I went there and since I've come back. And every single last bit of it is on audio file. The same exact method and tactic that's been used around me, along all of my routes, everywhere I go, throughout the whole time duration of each place that I go to, concerning how much time I spend there. Like if I go to a restaurant, if I go to UCSD, when I was going to SDSU, when I was going to USD, public libraries. I even caught a branch manager at a public library flat out saying it. Yeah, caught on audio file, and then when I confronted him about it, he didn't deny it. He flat out didn't deny it, all caught on audio and video. So if that's not proof, I don't know what is, because they're harassing me in the same exact way by getting around me and saying gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, gang stalk. Now you think about this. If you went to one place in one day and heard that at one place, you would suspect something is obviously off, because that's a peculiar behavior. It steps outside of the realm of normalcy. Okay, but if you go to then a next place and it's done constantly around you, and then you go to a next place and it's done constantly around you, and then you go to a next place and it's constantly around you, and then you come home, like if you're hiking and people are getting on the sidewalk and saying it as well, that's no mistake. But then if you catch it the next day, everywhere you go, throughout the whole time duration of while you're at each place, okay, and then the next place you go in the same day, and then the next place you go in the same day. Okay? Every single day, back to back. Every single day, everywhere I go. I go to 8 places in one day and spend a half hour, 45 minutes to an hour in each place, and it's all over each audio file for each place. There's no way that can be happening. Especially when some places are 30 to 50 miles apart. Yucca Valley's 167 miles apart from San Diego County. So, how can I get help when the San Diego District Attorney's Office won't investigate it? When the San Diego Police won't let me make a police report? And I'll tell you why they won't. Because that proof is already online. A small part of it is. Yes, and so look at the videos above this one and below this one. You got to research them though. And trust me, if you do, you'll be glad you did. My name is Leslie Williams. They chose to come into my life. And so what I'm going to do, expose them for being in my life. Because they have torn apart every aspect of my life, my personal independence, my reputation. I can only imagine the slander that's being used in order to get the community members to harass me. So I'm going to tell you in this video, I'm not involved in any illegal activity whatsoever. I have made sure since I came back to in fact, how did they know I even came back to San Diego? I arrived back in San Diego on August 8, 2011, up to this date, June 16, 2013, for the first time since 2006. And when I was out here in 2006, I was only out here between 1 and 38 days. So how did they know I came back to San Diego in order to have me gang stalked out here again? Because I have undisputable proof. A guy standing on a corner literally admitted to me, and a running digital tape recorder that a San Diego police officer put him on the corner. Go to YouTube and type in 2/20/13 learning disabled woman catches another gang stalker admitting sent to harass. Yeah, because remember how I said that I'm getting the same harassment everywhere I go? When you hear me saying, you know, you guys act all the same, in that video, that's exactly what I mean. But he wasn't saying gang stalking. He was gaslighting me with physical gestures. And in order to understand that, go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman catches gang stalker admitting sent to harass. I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. You know, I'm going to tell you something right now. These syndicated police officers and judges and prosecutors and DA's office and whoever else, okay, they think that they can just escape the factual reality that since they denied... See, they try to deny knowing about this crime or denying that it's going on by calling the target crazy, mentally ill, a threat to themselves or others, or a social deviant of some kind. Are you serious? Are you serious? I mean, come on, 600 audio files, and this is not the only proof I got. The other proof is just as clear as day, black and white. Okay, and that's huge in its amount as well. So, you know, how can anybody call a target? In fact, that day I caught the individual on the corner admitting a San Diego police officer put him on the corner to engage in gang stalking. It was within 40 minutes after I left the DA's office. Okay, so if you want to see what they're doing to me in part and what they have done to me, go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. And look at how that video is altered. What's wrong with the back structure of the bus? I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. Why would MTS send me an altered video of me being assaulted? Why? They don't have a problem sending me a video of me being assaulted, but they altered it. Why? I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. That was obstruction of justice when it comes to materials of discovery, which is evidence. So that surpasses the 2-year time limit statute of limitations that I had to sue MTS, because the San Diego police were notified that the video was altered. The district attorney's office was. That's why I was down at the district attorney's office on 2/2013. Okay? And they denied getting any emails from me about it, and they suggested I might be mentally ill. I leave there, get on 2 buses, get off the second bus, walk to a corner, and a guy tells me that a San Diego police officer told him to be on the corner to gaslight me. So how mentally ill do you believe that I am? Meticulously and slowly look at every single thing that is in the description of that video of me being assaulted. You'll see that I predicted an assault 11 days before it occurred in an email file. which is put in a blog attached as a PDF link, Assault 11. I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. So we can all see at the end of the day that this is organized crime in the system. Racketeering, human trafficking, non-consensual human experimentation. Remember, organized stalking is mentioned constantly throughout this book. Okay? Organized stalking is another name for gang stalking. And I got another book as well here. See if I can dig it out. Where'd it go? Hold on, bear with me. Here it is. Look at the title of this book. Electronic Torture, Electronic Rape. That's what Greg Skamansky was talking about when he said that these crimes are hard to pinpoint because they're using remote neural monitoring, the microwave hearing effect, and directed energy weapons. Electronic torture, electronic rape. Electronic rape has to do with the phantom touch of remote neural monitoring, technology, and gang stalking at the post office. Alright, I gotta go. I'm in San Diego. My name is Leslie Williams, and I'm here today to tell you, fellow American citizens, I have kept to myself deliberately ever since I arrived back in California on August 8, 2011, up to this date, June 16, 2013, because I knew I'd catch proof eventually, okay? So I wanted to make sure that they could not apply no bullshit to the evidence by saying that, well, this is because of that, or that's because of this, or this is because of that. And not only that, because I also know that they try to trap targets by infiltrating their lives through friendships, through intimate relationships. My ex-husband was intimate infiltration of gang stalking. Didn't have one clue. And I met him back in 1980. Okay? That was discovered by me between 2007 and 10. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I don't even think if you can understand what that would be like, because he was my first love. So anyways, but I'm older now, you know, so I know. I see things for what they are. Not the way the organized stalking expeditions wants me to see things, because they try to change targets' worldviews about society in general as a result of how they dupe the community members to harass us for them based on slander. And so I made sure that I didn't give them any hooks that they could apply to any evidence that I knew I was going to accumulate out here. Because I was gang stalked out here in 2006. I just didn't know it was gang stalking back then, but I got the email files to prove I was being stalked for show. And those email files directly state some of the methods that I now have on audio file that have been caught since August 11, 2011, since I've been back here. I mean, August 8, 2011. So, it shows the duration of this crime. And so they're just not doing nothing but not investigating it, not caring about it, and letting the crime continue because of it. So I'm here today, fellow American citizens, fellow San Diegans, fellow La Jollans, fellow Californians, to tell you USD, SDSU, UCSD, and San Diego public libraries have deliberately and intentionally, with complete malice aforethought, intercepted emails for help to civic organizations, and every aspect practically of the San Diego government has been notified by me, and none of my emails were replied. And a couple of them were, and they said that I contacted the wrong agency, and then when I contacted them, they never replied. So, do the math. Alright, so I'm in San Diego. I wanted to give you this tidbit of information in reference to these factual realities. Look in the videos above this one and below this one, because this will be put in a blog eventually. And you will be able to see undisputable proof that I'm a victim of this crime, because not even 100 of the audio files that I got have been uploaded, but I think about 40 or 50 of them have been, okay, and the most recent ones are the best, because these guys are like flat out just practically yelling gang stalking around me, literally, okay. So I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. Again, I am not involved in any illegal activity whatsoever. I am not involved in any criminal activity whatsoever. I'm a Christian woman. I have Jesus on my tent right here. I'm hiking in California, okay, and I got my little puppy dog on my tent, okay. And I just put this bear up today. And I put that up today too. Learn how God uniquely created you to reflect His image. Okay, so I'm here today to tell you, fellow American citizens, or any Californians that might see my video and then see me in public, if you're ever approached by anybody, or you know somebody who's been approached to harass me, don't believe the lies that they're spreading about targets, because that's how they dupe community members to harass targets. Go to YouTube and type in "listen to a stranger." Yes, that's good for a preliminary introduction in reference to how easy it is to get anybody to do anything for a person who acts like they have a position of authority. I gotta go. Have a blessed day, and I appreciate you. I'm learning disabled, so bear with me. I appreciate you listening to me. And, you know, I'm hanging tough. This is my life. This is my mind, my body. My right to live free without being harassed, assaulted, threatened to be put away. All because I'm a victim of their crimes. Okay? So you better be darn sure, okay, that I will make sure that I take every legal measure that I can to expose these criminals downtown for what they have done to my life. Alright, I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. The only thing I ask for you to do, if you feel so inclined to do so, is please say a prayer for me. Okay, thank you, and have a nice day.